In round 3 of the Rolex Paris Masters, Pablo Cuevas had the unenviable task of taking on year-end #1 Rafael Nadal, but that didn't stop the Uruguayan enjoying himself, even when faced with a break deficit in the first set.
Oh, come on! Pure magic from Pablo Cuevas.
Getting quite a name for himself, this guy. Pulled off a miracle shot in Madrid. It's incredible.
Nadal kept his break advantage throughout the opener and was looking good to take the set.
Yeah, he's made it just inside the sideline.
A sigh of relief there for Nadal, I think.
The top seed squandered a break lead in regulation time of the second set, and it looked in the tiebreak as if he was set to do the same thing, with Cuevas playing out of his skin.
Oh, what a backhand. Nadal was a little heavy-handed with the drop volley, but Cuevas still had an awful lot to do.
Nadal was once again pegged back from a break-up in the third, but once the Spaniard broke again, it was plain sailing.
Certainly not its finest performance of the year, but it's another win in the bank for the world #1 and a step closer to a title he's never won.
Dominic Thiem would look for a more convincing performance against Fernando Verdasco than he'd managed in round 2, but the Austrian quickly found himself behind as the Spanish veteran was channeling his inner Pat Rafter.
Oh yeah, well watched. Oh, what an incredible athlete this guy is.
A set to the good, and Verdasco was after a break at a crucial moment in the second.
That was tasty. And that's been the sort of body language we've seen from him all week. Team just didn't quite get the angle off the serve, but that is some return.
Thiem was powerless to halt the Spaniard's march to his first Masters 1000 quarter-final in 5 years.
Verdasco is through to the last 8 of the Rolex Paris Masters. He's defeated Dominic Thiem.
A deep run in Paris for Juan Martín del Potro would put the Argentinian firmly in the mix for a spot at the O2. Having failed to serve out the opening set against Robin Haase once, Delpo was stuttering across the line at the second attempt.
That's the risk you take. Didn't quite get hold of the return and then just left exposed.
No such nerves in set 2 for the 13th seed as he took the break he needed early on.
Oh, a beauty. Del Potro breaks.
Some routine service holds later, and Del Potro got the win that confirmed his return to the world's top 10.
Juan Martín del Potro states another step closer to London. A business-like performance today to get past the Dutchman Robin Haase.
Grigor Dimitrov has still never made it past the third round in Paris. John Isner battled back from a breakdown in the decider of their encounter to take his place in the quarterfinals via a deciding tiebreak. Jack Sock doubled the US contingent in the final 8. The 16th seed saw off home favourite Luca Pouille to keep his slim O2 hopes alive and end that of the Frenchman's. In a round full of shocks, Julien Benneteau knocked out his second-seeded player of the week. The French veteran dispatched David Goffin in straight sets, but despite the loss, the Belgian still qualified for the ATP Finals. Filip Krajinovic won the battle of the surprise packages on court 1, the Serbian qualifier making his first ever Masters 1000 quarter-final at the expense of home favourite Nikola Mahut. Third seed Marin Cilic came through in straight sets late on centre court, the Croatian #1 taking Roberto Bautista Agut out of the London qualification discussion.